Right guys, a really exciting day today. I've got the whole team here. It was a bit of a last minute thing, but I've managed to get a really good turnout. I think we've got 11, 12. There's still a few more that we're waiting on, but I just thought I'd get started. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna see everyone. At the moment, Ben's on prep. He's 11 weeks out. He's looking fucking incredible. And I will be getting a session in with him. I think I need to give him a bit more attention because of his stage, or the stage he's in at the moment. But I'll try and get around everyone, speak to everyone, and hopefully give you a little bit of an insight into my relationship with the boys, see what they say about me. Hopefully it's all terrible, and yeah, just really have a bit of fun.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sunrise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still get
Go on, Ben. What question should I ask? Look at him, he's fucked up as well. Nobody wants to do him. We'll go straight, make it easy. What's it like to be coached by me, Joel?
Oh, it's great.
No pressure. It's great.
It's great.
Go on, and again, say it again, mate.
It's great. Now I've been with Max. It'll be 3 years.
Coming up.
Coming up to 3 years, and I couldn't really want anything more from a coach. Try not to blow his ego up. But yeah, I wouldn't have got to the point where I am today, going from just wanting to better my own physique to now, not too long, going to be competing in natural bodybuilding. So I don't want anyone else in my corner to push me, and always trying to be better. And the slogan goes, "You're made for more." So
I'm incredibly proud with what we've achieved, both physically with his physique, but also personally as well, from where he was when he first started. And there's a theme here, with Ben as well, Joel, and a few of the other lads. Is it all stems around confidence? It's that that belief in what you think you're capable of, and working with someone who can instill that belief, and then it just makes it feel more achievable. There's a couple of photos here which Ben will probably put up on the screen somewhere. And really, for the space of 2.5 years, I mean, you came off the back of a photo shoot, and had been training some time himself. And I think, it wasn't like Joel had just started. He'd never been stepped foot in the gym. He'd gone from being in the gym and training, and had already done a photo shoot, to where he is now. Is the improvement is just it's fucked. It's mental. And yeah, incredibly proud to be a part of that, but also and feel like I've been somewhat responsible, obviously in tandem with Joel, creating that transformation. So yeah.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies. Woke up looking for them. Woke up.
This is going to be a difficult one. I'm expecting this not to go very well. Right, everyone, Craig is a fucking nightmare, I can't lie. He's one of my worst clients. I fucking hate him.
I don't disagree.
So I think with Craig, the biggest thing is he doesn't lack confidence, or at least not with me. He's got loads of confidence. But I think the thing with Craig is getting him to do the things that he knows he should be doing, but to the standard he should be doing them. And I think, although, and like any natural progression within your physique development, there's always highs and lows. There's always setbacks. There's always things that you get wrong, and you have to sort of revisit and do again. And that's a very normal process of life. But from where he was before we started working together to where he is now, and what we've done in between those stages as well, has been incredible. And again, I'll send some photos to Ben to be able to put some side by sides up. Currently, we're dieting, trying to pull the fat off a bit. We've done this before, so this is where like the whole learning experience comes from. Is we've done this before, but off the back of that diet, we started. I think it just sort of got away from you a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
And like naturally, it's quite difficult trying to manage things out of that phase, isn't it? Where having never been, I think that's probably the leanest you've ever been, right? Prior to that diet.
It was. Yeah, that was the leanest I've ever been, and coming out of that was hard because I just wanted food.
Yeah,
all the time.
Well, I think there's a big focus and shift there on like on food and trying to manage that is quite difficult. But obviously, with it being his first time, it was to be expected. And you know, like I said, nobody's perfect. Everybody can get things right or wrong and learn from those experiences. But this time, we want to do that again with like a little bit more control and put things in place and manage it a little bit better. I suppose the question for me, for Craig, I guess, is like what he's learned the most since working from me. Again, no pressure, mate. I'll let you have a second to go.
To be fair, I've learned a lot about myself and how much I technically need micromanaging.
Mate, I rate that.
I can't micromanage myself very well. I know what I've got to do, and I can do the minimum of what I've got to do. But to get it all in and go that little extra mile, I need a push, a big push.
To be like
to be consistent,
made accountable.
Yeah, I don't really hold myself accountable for anything.
No.
As you can tell, as I'm eating sweets. When I'm dieting.
he says this with training and he's like throwing, what are they, like
jelly snakes.
The sweet worms down his neck.
Yeah, jelly snakes. And there also isn't a massive can of Red Bull in here.
I'll let him off. It's a one-off. I think that there's a lot of value to that just in itself from having a coach, like the accountability and again, with a lot of the other boys that I've already spoken, it's that respect and that like trusting or wanting to maybe impress the person that you work with because you respect them. Because Craig respects me. No, he does. He does actually respect me. So yeah, no, I'm happy with that, mate. That's a good answer. I'll take that. Unless you've got anything else to add, you're more than welcome to share. But other than that, I'm relatively pleased with that.
On the spot.
No, mate, don't.
But no, it's coaching is good. He's always there. He's always there when I need him. Unless it's check-in day, then he'll just wait to give me a false note when I want it now.
What's the comparison between? Because you've been coached before, right?
Yeah.
What was the comparison from that to this?
You're a lot more easily accessible. If I message you on a Sunday, like a Sunday morning, I've got a response by Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have some nice conversations that's back and forth. And like I said, on Wednesdays, he waits till I get a nice long video before responding, which is fair. Because you don't want to send me voice note after voice note all day and then send me a video at night anyway.
Yeah.
So I get that, but no, it's a lot more accessible. He listens a lot more to what I don't want to do and arranges things for me. Tells me that it's probably not a good idea.
No, I think we've spent a lot of time adapting things for you specifically to make things click because like naturally not everything's you can't have like this cookie cutter plan where you go everyone's got to do this and this because everyone's got different lives or things that make them tick a little bit differently, and I think I've had to do that a lot with Craig, not because he's shit but because of his work, because of his family life, because of other things that go on and just because of how his brain works. Like he can be a little bit erratic but in just like his mannerisms and decision making, but I think that also makes him like quite passionate and it's what makes him good at other things. So that's just been about micromanaging that, like you said, and I feel like we've had really good success with that. Move around if you have to get it right. Do you know what? I think he might want to go higher.
Listen, you always hold middle of the
Yeah,
Yeah.
always. Because it's so fucking heavy at the top. Nice. Any better or still?
Not bad. I can feel it.
Amazing. This is just another one for you as well when you're pressing. Just something to. This is what I was saying when I was like, think about driving yourself back into the pad and think about your. So it's like I get a lot of like drive and power from from here, obviously I'm down, same as you, comes back. But like, as I'm coming back, I don't keep my scapula flat. As it comes back, I almost let, not straight away, but as it comes back, I kind of let my scapula, my traps come up. And as my traps come up, I feel like I can use my traps and flatten my scapula to drive me. Like it's that movement there that I get a lot of fucking, do you know what I mean? From my scapula being back. And then chest up, make it stretch. Yeah? Nice, that's it. Get them scapula back, traps up, and then use your traps to like, yeah. And it's that opening up that makes your chest expand as well. Yeah. And then you can drive more power through it as well. Nice. Leave it there, mate. You'll be dead by then today. Kieran. Describe Marion Max in one word.
Daddy.
Man said daddy, fuck's sake.
Daddy, Max.
Cut that. Cut. Right, mate. You put me on the spot yesterday.
I didn't do that.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot today. Talk to me. What's it been like us working together?
Probably changed the kind of trajectory of my life, I would say. Sounds a bit far-fetched, but very out of shape. Even though I thought I knew what I was doing, I probably really didn't. But what I've managed to achieve in the past like 2.5 years, managed to do PCA, managed to compete for the finals, I managed to buy my own house, I managed to get a job promotion. All of that I don't think would have been possible without the kind of mentality that Max installed.
Got you a bit more into drum and bass.
Yeah. I was watching drum and bass before you were born, sunshine.
It's a tough one, you know, like trying to talk about this sort of stuff, knowing the impact I've had, because Kieran told me in private, behind closed doors, like some of the things that I've gone off on, and he's accredited me to, and like I do find it difficult, like with my ego a bit, with that sort of stuff. But I think definitely Kieran will agree that the power of having someone keep you accountable to you being your best self resonates through everything else you do in life, whether that be work, relationships, or just like your general feeling of wellness, because you're doing the things you know you should have done. And it's been, again, with so many of the lads that I've worked with for long periods of time, like it's been, it's hard to put into words how much I've enjoyed and been grateful for being able to work with someone like Kieran and be a part of his journey and watching him grow the way that he's grown. Like, as he said earlier, and you might need to put subtitles on with the Scottish accent, but as he said earlier, when we first started working together, he didn't look particularly great, and he's probably one of the most energetic and enthusiastic clients that I've got, and there's not much I can throw at him that he won't commit to or do. And same, you know, the same shit applies with a lot of these guys who have been successful. It's, you know, they commit to the process, they listen, and they work fucking really hard. And so, yeah, I'm very, very proud to have been a part of that. And I think it goes beyond just coach-client, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way about it. Like I have, like even going through like for the PCA show, something I never thought I would ever do. But along with my wife, and to give her a shout out, she'll kill me. But without that PCA show I'd done, that was honestly one of the best experiences / days of my life.
Yeah.
It was just amazing having like 20, 30 people there that all had like t-shirts with my face on and stuff.
Yeah, so when Kieran competed, obviously me and Chloe actually went to the show. I say actually, of course we were going to go, but his family, he had like a massive turn. How many people was it?
I think there was about 20 or so.
Like 20 people turn out, and his partner, she made a load of t-shirts saying "Go Kieran" on. We all rocked the t-shirts, and yeah, he absolutely fucking smashed it. Came second in the class, right?
Yeah, man.
Second in the class. He was competing in a untested federation. So some of these guys that he was competing against, the guy that beat him was assisted, and Kieran is completely natural, like as natural as it gets. He didn't want to touch creatine until about 3 months ago, So yeah, he absolutely smashed it. He did amazing, and I think again his the response we got, it makes me like a bit emotional. The response we got from him off the back of coming off stage was like you don't ask for much more than that. So yeah, that for me is what like coaching is about. That's it. That's what it's about. Okay, right. So I've got Nick here. I'm gonna throw a couple of questions at him, see what he comes up with. First of all, how long have we been working together? That's yours, sir. I'll give you that.
Thank you. 2.5 years, I want to say. With a bit of a break in between.
There was a little travelling break.
Travelling break, but.
So what's from the time that we've worked together? What's like your biggest takeaway from that?
Oh, I've just learned a lot about myself in general in terms of what I can do, like not just like bodybuilding wise, but my own sort of confidence has grown massively.
Yeah.
Just feel like better in general about my life and understand my own sort of brain a lot better as well, like how I tick and all that.
Something you said to me the other day about, which I didn't even think about, but you made a point of about the whole confidence thing, check-in photos.
Yeah.
What was that? Tell him.
Yeah, just the fact because I would take my photos inside, and I think I went away one week and I
were forced to do them.
Yeah, I had to take them outside, and you're like, fuck me, the lighting's so much better. And so we got home, and then I take them in my garden now, and it's like, just don't even think about it. Do you know what I mean?
It was initially that barrier to doing something that made him feel uncomfortable, and then like encouraging him to do something. And he made a point of when we were speaking the other day, and he was just saying you don't realise it, but some of the things that you ask of us, although very small, there's the things we wouldn't otherwise do, and that very ever so slowly builds confidence. And it's something that I didn't even think about. What's the comparison from being coached before me to this time? Like, what's the comparison in terms of the coaching?
It's a lot more. There's a lot more communication, like one-to-one. Like, there's a lot more emphasis from you on not just being accountable, but really sort of going in depth. Like, how was your week? How has training been? How has this been? Talk to me. You're very encouraging to.
I do that, don't I?
And I think that's the other thing as well. I said about like I would never send voice notes. Like that's just something I never did.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm like I'll chat away about.
Won't shut up. You're as bad as me.
I'll record and I'm like 4 minutes long. Like now, okay, we've got to do it again.
He gets 2 minutes and he's like 2 minutes. Nah, fuck him. I'll go another 2 minutes.
Honestly, the amount of like bloopers I'd have from like recording and deleting would be horrendous. But I think that sort of thing, just more personable, more like encouraging in terms of. I think like we said a minute ago about getting me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But
pushing you.
Yeah, pushing me to do things that I know I can definitely do. It's just
that you wouldn't otherwise potentially without that nudge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's a young gun, mate. He doesn't need a bump for his knees. Right, so we've got Lee. I've only been working with Lee for 4 weeks. This is coming up fifth. Fifth is coming up.
Week,
yeah. Okay, so 4 weeks coming up to the fifth. There's a few questions that I want to ask here, but we need to be careful. You might do. What's been your main takeaway from working with me? Well, we just give a bit of reference. Me and Lee have known each other for a little while before he started working with me. So there's some background there in terms of like the relationship. And Lee trains in Ultraflex, is obviously where I train. What's been the main thing, the main takeaway from your experience working with me? Like what's the main thing that you've got from that experience so far?
Your attention to detail, your care, like your actual genuine care, like wanting to be healthy, fit before you even start trying to progress and push weight up, like getting into a position where you're ready to actually grow rather than just putting a load of body fat on, getting out of shape, not being fit, like trying to force food down you when you've not even got no appetite. I know it has to be done when you're in a push-up phase, but
picking and choosing the right.
I will way beyond where I needed to be before I come with you. I needed to strip back down, get down to being fit, healthy, looking well, feeling good. And before I come to you, I felt like shit. I didn't want to train. I was out of shape. Best thing I did wrong.
I'll let you keep hold of that.
Yes.
Because I've got this one. I forget I'm speaking into it. I've got this. I think like with Lee, he joined me off the back of being like he was. I think you were just struggling, weren't you?
Yeah, I lost love for it. I lost my love for it.
And I think there was a few reasons for that, and that I won't go into too much depth. But I just think certain things needed to be addressed, and we did that pretty quickly. To be fair, I mean, like I said, it's only been like this will be week 5. I feel like we pulled it round.
Week 5 on Monday, I think I've come down about 8 kilo in 4 weeks.
We pulled it round pretty quick, didn't we? It was almost like within 10 days you were already feeling good.
You said to me, oh, we'll pull 10 kilo off you easy in 12 weeks, and I've dropped about 8 in 4.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, well, we're not far wrong.
No, nearly.
But yeah, so a lot of it was just, a lot of it was about your headspace. The thing is, before Lee started working with me, I'd clocked some of this shit, like how he'd been behaving, how he'd been feeling. And I think after some of the conversations that we'd had, like away as mates, it was just like a natural progression as an opportunity for me to help as a coach as well. And yeah, I'm proud to say, and again confirmed by Lee himself, that I think we've done that quite successfully.
Yeah, I'm happy. You're not a bad lad.
No, I'm alright.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies. Looking for the
Right, okay, so I've got Ben in today. Ben is 11 weeks out from his first show. I think it's going to be his only show this year. But this has been 2 years in the making. And when Ben first signed up with me, I saw something in him. And I think it's really important as a coach to be like brutally honest with the people that you sign up who potentially have certain aspirations and goals. But one thing that I said to Ben is that I genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that if he puts the time and effort in and he's consistent enough, he can really do great things with his physique and whatever it is he wants to achieve. And I think the comparisons, which I'm sure Ben can throw up, I've got a couple of photos which he can throw up, show that as what he's achieved in the last 2 years. And really, he's only been picking up speed over the last year, I'd say. I feel like his process has continually improved from day one to now, and it's been getting better. And I think that shows in the progress from year 1 to year 2, from the start to year 1 and then year 1 to now. But yeah, he's currently 11 weeks out. We're going to train push, going to do a couple of, go over his physique, do a bit of posing, and just really talk about the plan for him moving forward. Aggressive from the bottom, drive yourself back into the pad. That's it, better. 3. Yes, come on, aggressive. Drive yourself back into the pad. Back. There you go. That's it, that's better. 5. 6. That's how you're gonna get some power behind it. Back into the pad again. There. Take another with me, I'll just keep you moving. Nice, good man, that's good. Good set. In terms of the progress that Ben's made over the last couple of years, I think there's a few key points that have made him be able to do that, and I sort of wanted to touch on those. And I think two points really that have been the most effective and the most important for me have been the fact that, without question, he believes in my process. He fully just throws himself at whatever it is I tell him to do. There's no, and I understand that mindset of like wanting to understand what someone is doing and why. And he does ask questions. That I don't mean he just blindly follows what I say, but he believes in what I say, and he really tries to the best of his ability to follow that down to the letter. And then the second thing is how good he is at communicating with me. I feel like we know each other very well, and over the last couple of years we've built a very, very good relationship and friendship on top of that. And I think that it goes to show in the progress that he's made. Like these two things, his ability to communicate with me and make me aware of everything that I need to know in relation to what we're trying to do here. And the fact that he just fully, wholeheartedly believes in this process that I've laid out in front of him, and he just commits to it.
All right, so I'm Ben. I've been coached by Max for 2 years now.
Nice. And in those 2 years, what's been the biggest takeaway for you as a person? How has the coaching helped you in 2 years?
So I think the main takeaway for me is when I joined Max, I had like no self-belief, no confidence. Yet Max seen something in me that I couldn't see. and throughout the last 2 years, it's sort of coming out now, and I can sort of see it now, which has obviously built a lot of self-confidence, self-belief within my physique. And then that leads into prep too, with now prepping, that it's coming alive a lot more now. So mainly just like the self-confidence and self-belief that I can do what I actually want to do. I think when me and Max, our client-coach relationship's a bit different to most people, because we're really good mates. And for a lot of people that wouldn't work, but for us it does, because I maintain like a level of respect for him as my coach. So I still will listen to everything he says. I won't have any issues with what he's telling me to do. The confidence has mainly come from the progress I've made with him, because I've made like the most progress in the last 2 years, like ridiculous amounts. So that's where majority of the confidence has come from. And he's also like had this vision for me since we started, which I didn't think was possible, but now it's sort of come into life. So now that I put a lot of confidence in him through that, which has also given me confidence and self-belief. I think with Max, obviously he's very knowledgeable. He knows his stuff in regards to training, to the bodybuilding process, but it's also everything he does away from bodybuilding that assists bodybuilding, if that makes sense. So like in terms of just daily life struggles, being there for certain problems which other coaches wouldn't be. And also he's got a lot of life experience that he has transferred onto me. So he's 3 or 4 years older than me, 4 years older than me. So he's 4 years ahead of me, and I'm almost following his footsteps. So a lot of the things I'm approaching and going through, he's been through, so he's helping me through that, which assists bodybuilding too, because it helps me through that whole process of dealing with bodybuilding and just life as well, because you've got to balance them. So I think that would be the main thing. He does a lot away from the bodybuilding side of things, but obviously with the bodybuilding side of things, he's brilliant as well, like in terms of knowledge, everything you need really.
Right, here we go. I fucking completely lost what I want to say now.
You're starting it. You're
Right.
fucking up.
Right, so over the last couple of months since we've been working together, what would your answer me as well, like fuck that off. Over the last couple of months since you've been working with me, what have you found has been like probably the most like the most constructive thing towards you managing your process?
Say like self-tracking everything. So some boxes weren't being ticked, cardio probably wasn't being ticked, steps weren't being ticked. If body weight dropped, it was just a case of just pushing food, whereas like with you, I've learned that's not always the case.
There's an element of the accountability of it, but also removes like the emotional attachment to some of the decision making. Right?
Yeah, I mean, having a third eye, so like making those decisions sometimes can be like a split same day decision, whereas like with you, it's right. We'll see how this week is, and then we'll change it if it needs to.
Not making the decisions on the go.
Yeah. One bad day or one bad week.
Like, do you feel like there's anything around training that has changed, or have you noticed since we worked together?
I think taking a step back in terms of form,
Nice.
ego, slowing it down, tempo, just really controlling everything.
Making the
I've
most
made
of
more
training.
progress being weaker.
Yeah,
if that makes
100%.
sense.
So that's a good take to to sort of use, is just because the load isn't going up, it doesn't mean there isn't progress being made. Like, load is a tool, and I think if you put that load in the wrong places, you're gonna find that it causes you more problems than it does. There are benefits to it. I've got another one for you. What about confidence? Anything like person? I mean, even this right now, right? Would you have seen you doing something like this in terms of, because we spoke about this the other day about, you know, being the travel, the being organised enough to do it, maybe being around like a big crowd or new people, like even being in front of a camera?
No, definitely not. I mean, I didn't want to do it today, so
Yeah.
it was like, last decision, it was like, yeah, just get in the car and just go. And then once you've gone, you're there.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And like, I'm assuming you've had a great session, right?
Yeah, it was a good session. I didn't progress everything, but it was nice to use some different kit and everything.
Mate, that's it. It's not about
being somewhere else.
the progressions. It's about like you say, something new, something novel, like pushing your boundaries. I'm going to tell you right now, as I just said a minute ago before on camera, like I hate public speaking. I hate being in front of the camera. And as as natural as this might come across right now, Ben knew when we first started only a couple of months ago, like holding conversation in front of a camera was something I really struggle with. And it just comes with practice and time, and you'll never get good at something and you'll never be comfortable with something if you never put yourself in an uncomfortable position to do it. Hence why I wanted to encourage you to do it, because I know you really didn't want to do it.
As soon as he looked at me and down the camera, like, he's going to drag me down here.
But that's the point, mate. And like, I want to be here to push your boundaries beyond just like building your physique, which, by the way, is massively coming on. You've been, without gassing him up too much, like he's been meticulous. He's really, really good. And the last couple of months have really just been about like establishing routine and structure, and me sort of putting my bodybuilding, training, nutritional ethoses into and establishing them on him and into how he operates. And we've really like set our baseline only a few weeks ago, and where we are now is beyond where he started, but also it's given him a massive runway for driving progress and success and building muscle for like the coming months and maybe even fingers crossed years.
Yeah.
And again, being tall, I don't think quite as tall as me. How tall are you?
6'4".
Four, yeah.
A little bit. Not far.
Just a little bit shorter. Nobody's bigger than me. And yeah, being tall as well, another, a massive problem that's faced among some of the taller boys is filling out those limbs, but we're already starting to see like really, really good progress in those areas. So yeah, I'm proud of him. He's done a great job. And if he continues the way he's going at the moment, he'll see some really, really big and tangible results over the next, 3, 6, 9, 12 months. That's it from me. Have you got anything else to add? Is there anything else you want to say? And you don't have to say it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think we covered everything. It's like you said, we really stripped back what we needed to. Kind of probably wasn't the smoothest start, but we've got to where we want to be now. We've got a good road ahead to where we need to fill out and the areas that we want to really improve on.
Good man. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm here with Samuel, and Sam's probably one of my longest standing clients, I believe. Yeah, I think we're up there. Probably one of the longest. Come on then, Sam. Just tell him what you think of me. In one word, describe what it's like to be coached by Max. No pressure. He's going to say something really nice. I know it. I can feel it.
Yeah, I was going to say probably, innit?
I'll take that.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I'm not one to really say too much with Max. I just get on and do.
Yeah.
But Max knows me really, really well. So he knows when like he needs to reach out to me, when I might not think to reach out to him. So yeah, Max has always got me in his best interest. And I always know he's there when I need him. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Sam, mate. Yeah, I think this is Sam's second prep. Well, maybe we'll see. But the first one, I think, naturally when you go through a prep with someone and you genuinely care about the person you're working with, and you want to make it as a positive experience as possible, you naturally build a bond or a relationship which becomes very intimate. I think intimate's the right,
Yeah.
Without it sounding like weird, but it's an intimate relationship. Like you understand each other in different ways and how you tick, and potentially empathize or relate to the pain that you're both going through or experiencing. And me and Sam prepped at the same time, so I think it made it even more. It brought us together even more, and I think he's very autonomous. Like, he can look after himself. He's very capable, but like you said, I think when he needs me, he isn't. I'd like to think he isn't afraid to reach out, but likewise, I do give him that nudge as and when it's required. Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. How have you found the prep so far?
It's night and day from
different gravy,
round.
isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we're hungry, but it's not like anywhere near, and like the weight is coming off. I've coped with this prep much better. I think the first prep was definitely like just to dip the toe, understand what is going on and what's needed. But yeah, this one I was definitely able to like kind of chuck myself at it. With the shift work as well, like we had it like down to a T from the get-go. So yeah, night and day difference.
I've got to say that anyone that's wanting to do a bodybuilding show, anyone that's wanting to compete, even if it's just like for a taste of what it's like, I would highly advise that you don't do it if you're doing shift work. Like, this guy works shifts, and as commendable as it is, and as impressive as it is, I wouldn't recommend it. It is a fucking nightmare, not only for him, but for me as well. But yeah, it's, again, like, massive respect to Sam for doing it, committing to it, and like, enjoying it as well at the same time. It could be very, very easy for him to go through some of these days where he's been awake for the best part of 44 hours out of the 48 in the day, and getting next to fuck all sleep, but he cracks on, he gets it done, and again, I think it just goes to show that when it does come to bodybuilding or rocking up to stage, it's more about effort than anything else, and Sam's got that in abundance. So yeah, I've got no concerns in terms of where we want to be and how we're going to get there over the next couple of months. Although, having said that, as you can see here, as mentioned before, he fucking threw a spanner in the works. In fact, that's probably a quite pun as to how he got a good pin.
Close, yeah.
Go on, you can tell the story.
Yeah, no, so I was on my night shift, working on a machine at work, and I was having a fight with a bolt, and it decided to eventually break free, and I ended up punching the side of the machine. They like split the top of my knuckle.
Down.
And at first I thought, it's right, it's just a scratch. But it's lacerated.
Typical man, it's just a scratch.
Yeah, lacerated all the way down to the joint. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, I can see my ligament when I move my finger. So it made me a bit queasy. And then, a couple stitches and passed for a week. Just let the,
so yeah, as if the shift work wasn't hard enough to try and manage, now I've got to sort that out as well. But we've got a bit of a battle plan, don't we? See how we get on, and hopefully it doesn't disturb things too much. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming up.
Wicked.
Thank you for speaking, and yeah, appreciate the kind words.
That's right, cheers, mate.
We've got Josh.
Hello.
He's a good lad.
Hello.
I like this one. The others not so much, but he's all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him a series of questions, and I'm going to try and show up as much as possible on this one, and don't give me that look, and just let him do all the talking. So, first question.
Yes.
Why me? Why join me? Why did you join me? What enticed you?
So it was what shall I look you up?
Either or, mate. Whatever.
It was
whatever
the show in rugby. You had a client there.
Yeah.
And I was with my mate, and he basically it was really quiet. But when your client was on, you were shouting. And I loved it. It was personality, and then I followed you anyway. So it was like I asked a few people. I was like, no, I like your personality. It was personality for me, like more than anything. It was. I just could see myself getting along with you more, like you said. You're not autonomous. Like you are, you speak your mind. I feel like I could be a friend with you rather than just a coach.
Yeah. There's a relationship beyond just like the paid relationship. Or what you expect from just a paid relationship.
Yeah, it just felt like I could.
Personal.
Yeah, personal.
Amazing. Okay, that's interesting. I always think that people are scared of me.
No, I like the loudness. It's funny, and I like that.
Okay, so what major take homes have you had, or what lessons do you feel you've learned, or what things stand out for you having worked with me? And it can be anything. They can be specific to what we're doing, physique related, or anything beyond that.
I think training is everything. Like it is. Training hard, training right is as or more important than food and sleep and everything. Like training is as important, if not more than everything, yeah. Say, other than that, execution.
So the focus on that, or like my focus on that for you, or?
Both, your focus and then my execution.
What you enjoy,
like my accuracy, me enjoying it. I think being accurate, doing the right volume, not overtraining, not undertraining, and then right tempo. Right, just all of it, volume, but just doing the right things for me, rather than just doing what you hear is right. Just doing, a lap pull down to your lats. Like, there's more to it than just doing something.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
There's more detail to some of the things extrinsically from what you might just see. Wicked. something else. If you were to describe, I've asked this one for a couple of the lads as well. If you could describe working with me with one word, what would it be?
Oh, fun.
Fun.
I'd say fun. Yeah.
I'll take that. I'm happy
Fun.
with that.
Fun. Like one word. Yeah,
At
one
least
word.
I'm not boring.
No, you're not boring. You're definitely not boring. Not boring at all. Not boring at all.
Amazing, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It
Thank
has.
you for coming. Thank
Always.
you for joining the team. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's been good, mate. Right, so that's the team meet wrapped up. It's been good. It's been good to see everyone. There's probably only like a quarter of the entire team here. People travelling from all over, from as north as Scotland and as south as, where's Ben from? Plymouth, so somewhere down there. And yeah, I think it's really important to like create those connections beyond just what the online coaching platform is. I think a huge part of working with someone, as mentioned in the video earlier, is that connection with someone and believing their process wholeheartedly and feeding into that. And I think that is built from the relationship that you have with the people you work with. It was good to see Ben as well at this stage on his prep. There's a couple of other lads on prep, obviously that you may have seen. Sam being one of them, and there's a couple of other lads that are like going through diet phases, potentially might turn into preps. But yeah, it's been good. Been good. Fucking hell. But yeah, it's been good. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and do these a bit more regularly. I've had, over the last 3 years, I've had 3 team meets, and this was really easy to put together, to be honest. And people want it. They want to be here. They enjoy training at Ultraflex. They enjoy seeing me. And I think it's, like I said, it's really important to build that relationship with your coach. Some of these guys I've been working with for, over 3 years. And yeah, that relationship, that bond, it means a lot to them. And to build on that over the year with maybe a couple more team meets will be, I think, is really important. So yeah, all in all, a very, very good and successful day. Thank you for Ben to doing his bit. And if you've enjoyed it, should I say, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.